All right, hey guys, it's Ram again. I'm gonna make another video. I want to tell you guys about some stuff like I did the last video that I'm using to, kind of help me with just being floxed. As I mentioned in my last video, I don't think I'm ever gonna get cured. I stopped going to doctors like crazy, and I guess just accepted the fact that I'm still gonna have issues, but maybe I can make them a little bit better. So I just want to go over a couple of things that I'm using that I think have helped. Um, let's get started. So I developed a lot of back issues as I've seen on some of the posts, about using steamers, these little portable steamers where you get in and you get all this steam and everything on you. And I tried a lot of that stuff, and I just had back pain for a long time, and I never did before I got floxed. I mean, I was a really healthy person, good shape, exercised, ate good, everything. But one of the things that I tried out and it worked, I actually get very little back pain now sometimes, but this thing really works. Now, I can't really, and I'm going to show you here in a minute, I can't really use it to the full capability because then I might feel a little sick, but this is it right here. It's called the Health Gear. I got it from Amazon, but you can also get it from like an academy. I don't know if where you're at, they have academies, sports and outdoors. And it's really nice. It's got this massaging heating pad. I mean, it's not the best, but it helps. You can go almost all the way around 20, 40, or 60 degrees, I guess. And the last one kind of tips you over almost all the way to the back. But I usually do it in the middle, kind of stay a little bit at an angle, and then I turn this thing on, and I'll turn this heating pad on, and I'll stay there for about uh, 20, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and it helped. When I first got it, I used it about once or twice. Besides getting it all together and lugging it around, which it really wasn't hard. It was just a few pieces, but it worked pretty good, and it's very portable. You can put it away. You can folds up. Um, Pretty easy, pretty good. So I think you guys might, if you want to try that, it's helped me out tremendously. And I've had everything under the book that you price, hear about being fluxed. I mean, I think I've even made some videos crying, and I've, lost my hearing for days. I've had tinnitus. I've had everything you can think of. I think we all have. Another thing that I'm testing out here, I've always planted stuff. I've always had a green thumb. I love to plant stuff. I don't know why. I guess I just like seeing stuff grow. So I'm get this up here. I've got two of these, the Arrow Garden. I had one before, didn't pay much interest. I like to plant stuff outside, but these things, they grow year round. You can grow your vegetables, which I found that when I eat vegetables, just raw vegetables, they help. So, not that I like it, but now you're accustomed to the taste, I guess. But this is something I'm trying out. I just got one the other day. I've got the second one now. I'm gonna grow tomatoes in this one. The other one came with some basil, some parsley, dill, mint, thyme, basically stuff I didn't really need. I guess like what do you call them? Just stuff that you can use to season your food. But I really needed the. I'm getting some tomatoes and some salad, and as you can see, I like to grow stuff all the time. But these, let me show you what it looks like because I've actually got one set up in my pantry here, and it's pretty nice. I don't know if you could kind of see, but there's a little one already growing there. Um, and this thing extends up. Where is it? Yes, and in here you got your water. You just use regular water. It comes with some stuff you toss in there, and it helps them grow, and it gives you a lot. Actually, let me show that to you. It's liquid plant food. Now, this really isn't that costly. I think they're like 80 something dollars around there, maybe a little bit more on Amazon. But that's something I'm gonna test out because certainly going and buying fresh food all the time isn't easy, especially with me. I used to love to be at the store all the time. Now I hate actually going to the store because I'm not always feeling good. So hopefully this is something I've read on the reviews that I know I saw one of the reviews where one of the guys said that his wife would make at least 4 or 5 salads a month with this stuff. They grow year round, so I'm gonna try that out, see how that works, and just go from there. Also, another thing I've been working on, I wanted to talk about. Maybe you guys can give me your thoughts on this, but this is something that's really been affecting me lately. And, out of probably the 50 doctors I've seen, or probably more since I've been floxed, have told me, I mean, I've got one or two to maybe believe what's going on with me. Um, and try to help me, which there's only one that's really been helping me, and that's the one I've almost been seeing since the beginning. Um, and he's helped me out. He knows I don't want any medicine because I don't want anything that's gonna mess me up more. He's recommended a few natural things, which like I mentioned in my last video, I'm still very cautious because natural things can also harm you if you don't know what you're taking, or maybe it's not something you should be taking at a certain amount. You just got to be careful with everything. So but the thing of my problem I've been dealing is, I've been holding a full-time job ever since I got floxed. I did have to take a lot of time off, and I could still work, but sometimes, like today, was a horrible day. I was in a lot of pain. I had a lot of pain up here, my arm, my left leg. I don't know if it's my tendons or what it is, but I've just had a lot of pain. Um, so, he's always helped me with FMLA. If y'all are not familiar with it, it's so you could take time off when you really can't make it into work. And as time has passed, he has lessened it. Um, the thing is that I haven't gotten better. The panic attacks have gotten better. I think, just the way I look at life now, which I've always been a very happy person, but I know I can't fix this ultimately, but I can make things better. So, with what I plan to tell him is, I mean, the reason I've stopped going to doctors so much, which I still do go more than average, is that I'm pretty much just giving away money for doctors telling me they can't fix something. And at the end of the day, I'm finding things to help me uh, on my own. But I think he kind of thinks, since he doesn't see me going to as many doctors, that I might be getting better. But I don't know. As you guys probably know, since I've been floxed, I probably blew through 20 grand just on all these tests, and all the time off of work, and probably more than that, and all the blood tests, and going to a doctor almost every day. It was horrible. It really affected my life. So I'm writing him a letter to let him know, because he decreased the time, and sometimes I just can't make it into work. I just get really sick, and I need things to be the way they are, the way they were. I think that that's something that I might be permanent. I thought about retiring when not that I could really retire, but I thought about maybe being disabled, I guess, being classified as disabled, which I found out was not so easy, and I'm sure it could be accomplished. I talked to a lot of people that were floxed on a lot of chats, and I'd say about 95% of them didn't work. I don't know how they managed to have an income. I know some of them told me they were able to get disability. But the way it was looking with me when I was trying to look into it, I mean, it looks like it was going to be very hard if possible, and I would have had to have quit my job. And with the way I am right now, I mean, who knows if I can get another job, because of all the just the inconveniences of what's happened. Uh, I can get up early, but I may not be able to work all day. I start to feel sick. And don't get me wrong, there are some days that I can make it through a day and I'm fine. But like I said, this is going to be maybe a lifelong struggle. And that's what I want a lot of people to know on here. A lot of people I see are trying to chase the cure, which is nothing wrong with that. But I think we also got to learn to maybe adapt to some of this stuff, and hopefully some of it'll go away, which I know some of it has. But I guess sometimes it just comes back. Some days I feel like I'm $1 million, and this was just something that I dreamt about, or something that occurred to me, but it went away. And then the next day I'm reminded that I was wrong, and of my reality. There has not been a day since I was Floxed that I haven't had issues. So yeah. So it's just some of the stuff I wanted to tell you guys. I mean, I'd really like to hear what you guys got to say too, about, holding down your jobs. If you have jobs, like I said, I talked to about 20 people, 20 plus people, so it probably wasn't a lot, but most of them didn't have jobs. So I don't know how they were managing. I hope they were doing well. Another thing I've gotten into, and this has nothing to do with this, well, it kind of does. I'm trying to do day trading. I've invested a little bit of money. I'm trying to learn how to day trade. I'm trying to find something that's going to help me maybe produce an extra income to where maybe I can retire early. Maybe I can do that instead of working, since like sometimes I find it really hard. I'm really good at my job, but unfortunately I had to turn down promotion because I can't do it. That would require me to be at work more and more responsibilities. And unfortunately, before this happened, I was a really hard worker, and I still am. But now, you gotta adapt to what's happening. It took a lot of internal battles, because you don't want to believe this is happening to you. I mean, this is your life. You want to feel like you got control of your life, like you're the top. You're at your top of the game, and this stuff really, it has, you have some internal battles, and you have to tell yourself that this happened, but you're gonna overcome it, that this is not gonna ruin your life. And there are a lot of times like you're gonna feel like it will, but I hope to hear from some of you, and then tell me some of your stories. And I'm gonna keep, bringing you updates, and eventually, I'm also gonna do a documentary, you know, with a lot of stuff that has happened to me, and I'm sure you guys have gone through the same thing, if not worse. I don't foresee more worse than what I've been through, but you never know. Somebody else has got it worse. I know, and I've even showed my doctor. A lady not too far from me had the same issue in Lake Jackson. Um, she went to the which what my doctor wanted me to do, but from what I see, they don't. The Mayo Clinic, they didn't find anything with that lady. She had some of the same symptoms, which I had too, where I felt like my body was burning a lot at one point, and my whole body would be in a lot of pain. That has gotten a little bit better, but sometimes it does come back. But basically, that's why, I say, I mean, sometimes you gotta be careful. I mean, if you see the need to go to a doctor, then definitely go. I'm not saying don't go, but like I said in my previous videos, I was in the emergency room like 15 or 16 times. I was going every month, every couple of weeks, and uh, as everybody here has seen, I got treated very badly by doctors. They couldn't find anything, and it made me feel worse sometimes. But Sorry, just getting a lot of calls right now. Yeah, it's like, and also right now I got a really heavy pain right there. So I don't know if it's my tendons. And another thing I've developed too, I don't know how many of you, I'd really like to know how many of you have got this too. I get spasms all over my body, uncontrollable. I can't stop them sometimes, and it used to freak me out. I feel like I maybe have multiple sclerosis or something wrong with me or something, but doctors don't seem to think much of it. They've done a couple of brain scans. They want to do another one. That just means I got to spend another grand or two just so they may be able to stay again for a third, or I think this would be my fourth one, that nothing's wrong with me. So yeah, so I guess I will catch you guys later. Comment, like the video, subscribe. Let me know some feedback. I want to keep these videos coming, hopefully give you more information, and hopefully you guys try this too. Make your own videos, tell me how it went. I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you guys get better, and keep in touch, please.